Columbus is known for being a very historic city, historical landmarks and historical businesses.
In our next segment, we meet a family who literally helped build the city. So here we are at Calwell Lumber, here with Doug. Doug, if you could introduce yourself, please.
Hi, I'm Doug Caldwell, president of Calwell Lumber Company Incorporated. I'm a partner with my brother Tom Caldwell. We've been in business, not me personally, but we've been in business since 1919. My brother and I represent the third generation, and if you'd like to come inside, we can show you some of the things we have to offer. For some of you, it might be a step back in time because I'm sure some of the more modern big box stores might not look like this. My dad had told me when he was still part of the business that we sold everything from paint to Portland cement. Not so much the Portland cement anymore, but we do have paint supplies and paint here. It's kind of a cozy little setup. Not a lot of room, but we pack a lot of things into a small space. Okay, we're heading out into the nail section right now, and it's probably something you're not going to see at many other lumber yards. We have bulk nails here that we actually weigh on a scale. The hammer type nails aren't as popular as they were. People have gone to nail guns, airless and air guns, but you do see people carrying a hammer every once in a while, and so we can take care of their needs.
Do you guys see an increase in business when there are more homes going on?
We do. We don't sell all of every home, but we do get a piece of many of the homes. And that's been a big part of our business. But the do-it-yourselfer, I would say, is probably our bread and butter. JT and Jesse, your timing is very good because we just happen to have a lumber salesman who's been selling lumber to my father for sure, and probably been in business since 1956. He just happened to be by today to make a call on us today. This is Robert Buzz Holland with Bain Madison Lumber, and I'll let you take it from there, Buzz.
I come from a long line of people involved in the lumber business, in sawmilling and, in my case, wholesaling. And it's been a wonderful experience for me because our business is based on friendship and trust.
It's a little unique in this day and age also to find that happening.
That's quite true.
What's the benefit of a community-based lumber business like Calwell and some of the others that you've seen?
It's an enormously valuable feature of any community. The Caldwells are known and have the reputation for supplying quality materials and satisfying their customers. It was not unique. It is unique now because things are changing in the industry. And those close associations are sadly coming to an end. It's just a pure pleasure for me to come here. I don't care whether I have business done or not, but it's gratifying just to touch base with this nice group of people.
We used to build wooden boxes for Enerpac. They built 4 different sizes of hydraulic porta-power jacks, and so we built 4 different size boxes for the 4 different size jacks. We turned out a lot of boxes for Columbus Products back in the day, and then it became Enerpac. We're in this building now, and I think I said we started in business in 1919. This building was actually built in 1910, and it was originally a Brittingham and Hickson yard. That's the name that's still out there now. There are still a few Brittingham and Hickson yards around, but in 1919, my grandfather, Robert James Caldwell, and his third cousin, William Mayer, purchased it from Brittingham and Hickson. In 1940, William Mayer passed away. In 54, my grandfather, Robert James, passed away, but in 1949, my uncle Bill Caldwell came to work here, and in 1951, my father, John Caldwell, came to work here. Bill died about 12 years ago. My dad just died about a year ago. He died in February of 2017. So it's been my brother and I since then as a third generation. They would not build a building like this day and age. You notice there's posts every so often they would clear span this thing right now in a heartbeat. It's probably about, I would guess 80 feet wide, but they would span that with a truss system right now. So all this would be open. You could build whatever you wanted in here. They ran it as R.J. Calwell Lumber until we actually didn't really incorporate until the mid-'80s as Calwell Lumber Company Incorporated. It was R.J. Calwell Lumber Company up until that portion. Because we resell material, we have a tax number, so we don't pay sales tax on things that we purchase because we put the sales tax on after we sell it. And evidently my grandfather must have seen this coming down the line because our tax exempt number was 301. And that's very low.
Wow.
I mean, our tax exempt number now, since we incorporated, is probably about 12 or 13 digits. And our phone number back before dial phones was 70. 70. The operator would say, number please, you'd say 70, you'd get Calwell Lumber. Okay, we'll have to watch our step just to make sure there's nothing underneath the snow. This is probably the newest addition. You're right. I neglected to say that we did have some property on the other side of Ludington Street that when we purchased this, we got rid of that. So basically we were bringing what we had a block and a half away just across the street product-wise. We do sell to many of the industries in Columbus and surrounding areas also. I think Buzz mentioned earlier that some of the smaller lumber companies or lumber companies in general are going out of business or combining, and that happened in Beaver Dam. We've developed a couple of new customers over there because of ProBuild leaving within the last 5 years. So those have been good accounts for us, the commercial or the industrial people. And some of this product that you see here goes to those customers. Probably when I was first starting in the mid-'70s, I was waiting on two younger teenagers. Well, I guess they were maybe they were 18 or 19 years old because they were going to go off to school in Madison. And they were going to build bunk beds for their dorms. So they had more room, and I think I designed it. I cut some wood for them. I did everything but assemble it. And it probably took, I guess, an hour and a half to do this for maybe a $50 sale. And I won't use the exact words that I said, but I said to my uncle, I said, those guys were kind of a pain in the backside. And he said, Douglas, you're here to be pained in the backside. And I never forgot that. And I think that's what maybe sets Calwell Lumber apart and makes us a little special.